Good morning, welcome to BodyPump. We are going to be streaming BodyPump 110, the class that we can do streaming. If you haven't done BodyPump before, it is a strength training class. It is meant to be done with bars and hand weights or plates. In this case, of course, do it with whatever you can. So I'm going to go ahead and get our music started, and we'll just go ahead and wait for 10 o'clock. See if I can get this going. So again, if you want to do all of the class, part of the class, that is up to you. So your setup may not look like a gym, and that's quite alright. You use whatever you can. We're just trying to do resistance, so if your resistance is going to be your body weight, you go with that. And my name is Leslie Freewald, and I am a certified Les Mills body pump, body flow, and grit instructor. I normally teach at Starport, and of course today, the living room. So we've got about a minute to go. So typically for your warm-up, you want to go with a lighter weight just to get everything warmed up and ready to go. We've got some push-ups today. Normally you would do them on a bench. If you don't have a bench, you can make up, like in my case, I've made this little platform. I hope it'll work for our push-ups. Some of the things that we would normally do on a bench, I'm going to do on the floor. You're welcome to do that too. We've got some tricep dips today, so I've got a chair. So I can do my dips on the edge of that chair. You just make do with whatever you've got. So it is 10 o'clock. I can get that fitness tracker going. You want full credit for doing this. If you're doing it, you need strength training. That is ready to go. Okay, so welcome to BodyPump 110. My name is Leslie Freewald. I am normally teaching from Starport Gym in Houston, Texas. Today we're doing this in everybody's living rooms or wherever you can. So typically for BodyPump, it is a low weight, high rep workout, so you don't have to go super heavy. Pretty much the setup, you just use whatever you can. We've got some curls, push-ups, dips. Again, I'm using a chair for the dip. If you are new to BodyPump and you haven't done a full class, what you can do is do the first few songs with us and then pop back in for the last 2 songs or the last 10 minutes of the class. And that gives you what would be comparable to an express class. You get your major muscle groups, and then you also get your core and your cool down. Again, go with whatever makes it a good workout for you. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started. Okay, so to start out, you need a bar, if you've got one. Bend your knees, pick up your bar. You've got a 2 and 2 deadlift. So feet are under the hips, letting it come down to the knees. Stay here. Take the shoulders up and back, or on. Pull for 8. So we're trying to move straight up and down. For 4, 3, 2. Now face the front. We've got squats, mid stance, squats. Keep it going. Warming up those legs. A few more. 8. 2 down. So reset, shoulders back, feet under those hips. Check your grip. Take that little step back with upright row. Elbows wide. Heart coming down to the lower chest. Singles. 8. For 4, 3, 2. Now turn to the front, a little wider stance this time, single squat. The chest is lifted, hips go back and down. You can get that little squeeze between the shoulder blades going. Now go ahead, shake it out. Go ahead and shake it out. Prep your bar. We've got squats next. This is going to be the heaviest weight that you would want to use today, or whatever weight you have. So for squats, we've got 3 rounds, 3 stances, mid stance first, which is just feet outside the hips a little, comfortably apart, and then we'll take it wider. So, how you guys doing so far? So let's take those feet wide. There we go. We're going to go ahead and clean and press that bar up on the meaty part of our back. Feet will be in a mid stance. Normally you would go double or triple your warm-up weight. Today, just go with whatever you can muster, especially if it's been a while. So let's do this. Nice deep breath. Bend your knees, pick up the bar. Feet in your mid stance. 2 and 2 squats. You want to press those heels down, push the hips back. Keep those elbows underneath your hands. Slide on your front, come down slow for 2, down, hold. Back up slow 2, hold. Again. Down, down, hold, hold. Up, hold, back to 2 and 2. Down. Core strong, abs are braced. Hold. Again. Down. Squeeze your glutes as you press up. One more. Down. Hold. Other hold. Now 3 and 1. 2, 1. We're going to get our 3 and 1 squat. Change the tempo to change the workout. 3, keep going. Taking the heel toe wider. Singles, little baby singles, stay in the top half of the first ones. When you get more comfortable, take them a little deeper. Getting stronger. Okay, here we go. Keep it going. Now slow this down for 4, take it more. 3, 2, make your way back to the top. Reach out posture. Woo! Now we've got a little combination coming. We're going to get 2 singles. Single. Down, flick, and hold. Lock it in. Drive up. 2 singles. Down and up. Down, flick, hold. 4 on. Single, single. Take it out whenever you need to and come back in when you can. Down, flick, hold. Woo! Down, quick hold. Keep going. Oh, elbow sweat. We have achieved elbow sweat. Down, quick hold. Woo! Man, I wish I knew how you guys are doing out there. Down, quick hold. Down. Shake it. Okay, take a heel toe wide. We're going into our last round. Widest stance. Singles, baby singles. Increase it. Squeezing it those hips. Double to the knees. Do the wider stance. You're pushing more on the outside of your feet. Pressing down to the heels. Working a little bit differently. Keep breathing. Super slow down. Forward. 3, 2. Lead your way back to the top. 4, 3, 2. Are we ready for that combination again? 2 singles. Down. Hold it down. Squeeze those glutes. Up. Single, single. It's the endorphins kicked in. Down, quick hold. Keep it going. Only got a few hundred more to go. Keep up. Keep going. Down, single. Down, quick hold. Pressing those knees out, pushing the hips back. Keep going. Single. Hold. Oh. Think about all the calories you're burning, all the strength you are creating. Legs. Biggest muscle group you've got. 4 on. Down, quick hold. Slow this down. 3, 2, hold. Come on up, shake it out. Whew. Okay. So next up for chest. Normally you would be laying down on a bench. You would typically take about a half to a third of the weight off your bar that you used for squats. And then you would also use a bench to do some walking push-ups. We'll take one in the center, walk it off to the other side. Your chest comes down level to your highest elbow. So if you're able to put it up on a platform or a bench, your chest will come down to the elbow that's highest. So we're on our backs, on a bench or on the floor. Advantage to the floor would be, in this case, you don't want your elbows to go down past the bench top. When you hit the floor, you kind of know when you've hit that right angle. So we're going to go ahead and take those arms out wide, ribs out towards your plates if you've got them. If you've got hand weights, just think about keeping those arms in a goalpost position, nice and squared up. So here we go. We're on our backs, and this one's called Nobody's Alone. Okay, feet on the floor, lower back down, slow. Hand up. You want your bar coming down over your chest, away from your face. 3 and 1, 3, 2.
Nobody's here, I've been hoping these figments in my head appear when we're happy. 'Cause nobody's alone.
2 and 2.
I'm keeping busy and trying to create a narrative, a story where
That's super
everything's
slow.
great and we're
For 4,
happy.
3, 2.
'Cause nobody's
Hand up.
alone.
And now 3 and 1.
But
For
I
3,
wait till I
2.
can come home again. Now
So
we
the elbows stay nice and wide.
mistakes. But
For
I
3,
wait till I
2.
can be what you want, and I want you
Now we've got a little combination coming. Now quick hold it to the top, 2 singles. Now quick hold, 2 singles. Down quick, right over that chest, 2 singles. Super slow, for 4, 3, 2, and up. 3 and 1, 3, 2. Nice deep breath, bringing that lower back, pressing into the mat. Elbows wide. Combo, down quick hold, down and hold. Singles, singles. Down quick hold. Single, single. Down quick hold. Get your singles. Down and hold, just right over the chest. Singles. Again. Single. Down quick and hold. 2 singles. Now we've got some push-ups coming. So, you can do this on your mat. If you want an option to do them on your knees. Take it slow, start with hands wide. Now 2 and 2 push-ups. Hands are nice and wide. Knees or toes. Staying strong for your core. Now we're adding our walking push-ups. You take one in the center. Walk it to your right. One hand off the bench. Push up. Walk it back to the center. Get your push-up. Step it to the left. Back to center. Take it to the left, right. Back to center. Push up. Take it to your left. Up in the center. Quick shake. Get ready. Slow push-up for 4, 3, 2. Chest goes little to the elbows. Little faster. 2, 2. Squeezing the glutes. Keeping the core strong. Get ready. Walking push-ups. One in the center. Take it to your right. Chest comes level to the elbow on the bench. Walk it to your left. Back to center. One more round. Can't wait to go to the gym again. Wait till you do this all together. Now stay the stretch, sit the hips back. So we got the front of the body. Now let's work on the back. For back, you would typically use a bar with about the same kind of weight you used for chest. We've got some clean and presses. The high pulls are back. We've also got some squat presses, squat overhead presses. So you might need a weight or plate for that so we can squat and drive it up. And again, use whatever you can. And if you don't have weights, maybe body weight is fine if you haven't done this in a while. So let's see, I believe it's the last time I need that. So let's get that out of the way. Plus it gives you a chance to breathe. Drink some water. Okay. So for this one, we do need, again, a bar if you have one. We've got our deadlifts, dead rows, clean and presses. The main thing on those clean and presses is we're keeping the bar close to our body, and that when we drive it up, we get that little squat when we catch and when we bring it. So here we go. Nice deep breath, bend your knees, pick up your equipment. Your feet are underneath your hips, strong set position. Shoulders are up and back. Knees soft, check our grip, thumbs distance. Coming down slow. And up. So the core is on, tipping from the hip to the kneecaps. 2-2. And up. Teeny bit faster. Nice stretch for the hamstrings, pushing those hips back. Keep this going, 2-2. Now take a dead row down to the knees, take it down, pull, and up. So your core is on and strong. Knees are slightly bent as you pull that bar into your hips. Now stay down. You've got triple dead rows. Clear and breathe. Keep going. Let our will stronger. Down. 3, 2. Now we've got our first combination. It's a high pull and a deadlift. Pull. Squeeze your glutes, lift the heels, and then try to use that kneecap as your stopping point. One more to go. Wide elbows. Lift stronger. Now we've got some clean and presses coming. So we're going to drop, catch, drive. Dead row down. 2 knees, squeeze it back in, clean and press. You've got one up, one down, dead row. Clean and press, quick under. Dead row down. Again, close to your body, with elbows, dead row. Now go ahead and set that weight down. Grab your plate, feet are wide, down, press, catch. So as you catch, you're using your legs, using your core, to catch that momentum. Down, explode, like a spring. We're busting out of our houses. Come on down. Quick shake. Release through that lower back. Bend your knees. Grab your weight. Check your grip. 2-2 deadlift. happen to you. Now stay down for your triple. Here, 3, 2, 1. I don't know about crawling or falling, but I'm definitely sweating. Hope you are too. 3. But our will is stronger. Down. 3 with you. Here we go. High pull. Down. To the knees. Pull it up. High pull. You really lift those heels. Squeeze your glutes. And drive up with those hips. Will is stronger. Big press is coming after this one. Here we go. Drop quick. Drive up. Dead row down. Hand and press. So our challenge, dead row. How fast can you get into that bar? Drop. Drive. Dead row. One more time. Almost done with these guys. Dead row. Set that bar down. Grab a weighted plate. Wide stance. Drop. Drag. Catch. Okay, so while you are shaking and stretching that outro, I'm gonna double check. Whew. Good, we are live. Okay. Whew. What do you have next? Okay, so now you've got some options. If you were taking a BodyPump Express class, you would have done those first 4 that we just did, and then you would end up doing core in your cool down. So if you want to do that, if you want that option, stop now and then join again in about the last 10 minutes of class to get that 5 minutes or that time of core and that time of cool down. If you want to keep going, we have got triceps, biceps, shoulders, and a little bit more leg work on some lunges. So if you want to do triceps, we've got tricep dips. I've got my chair for that. Normally you would be on a bench. You would also be doing some overhead presses sitting on a bench. I'm probably going to take it down to my knees for that. And we do have some work doing some extensions to the forehead. So, again, no bench. So I'm going to come down to the floor and use my bar. You would go with maybe something lighter like your warm-up weight. If you don't have a bar, you can definitely do this with hand weights or plates. You can either take it, kind of pretend like you've got those weights in your hand, or you can try taking one heavier weight and taking it behind you. The main thing on triceps, keeping those elbows in. When you start winging them out, you're working shoulder and you're not targeting that tricep. So, whatever you're using, bands, weights, bars, try to keep those elbows in. Have something handy that you can do some overhead presses with. Usually we'll go, like I'm using a 10 here. So, but whatever you can use, whatever will get you. So here we go. On our backs. So again, this time we are not taking a wide grip. The grip comes in about as wide as your hips to your shoulders. Lower back down. Slow to the forehead. 4, 3. And up. Take it 3, 2, 1. So your arms are nice and straight, right to the forehead. Little combination pullover. We're going to come down to our wrists, down, up and over. Pull it back in, straight back up. Down, over. So you take that bar back, past your forehead as far as you can, and still keep your lower back down. If your back is coming up, don't make that such a big move. Do what you can. Now we're going to change this. Straight up and down, little singles. To your bench or mat. Trying to touch those triceps down to the ground. So you got a second. Check in those elbows. Lower back down. Stay here. 3, 2. For 3, 2, 1. Back to that combination. Take it down. Up and over. Elbows stay in, back up. Breathing. Couple more. Again. Now you've got your singles. Straight down and up. Down and up. Keep it going for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come on up. We have got, we're done with the bar. So here's where you might be on your knees. Overhead. 2 and 2. So you might be sitting down. Here we go. 2, 2. Down. So think about squeezing your glutes, pointing your tailbone down, and keeping those elbows close to your head. Biceps close to your head. Down, quick hold. Breathe as you come up. 2 more. 1 more. Now we're going to get 2 in the bottom half. So come down and halfway up. Down and all the way. Down halfway. Now we've got some tricep dips. So come on over to whatever you can use for your dips. Fingertips forward. Singles. So you want your elbows to the back. And you really want to try to get this in the hands. Pushing through the heel of your hands, not your feet. Now stay down for 2 and up. Option, if you want, if you can do this. Oops, now we've got some pulses in the bottom half. So if you need to, you can sit here and go back. Otherwise, we are pulsing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your hand weights. Overhead 2 and 2. Down for 2 and up. So maybe squeeze those glutes. Keep those elbows in. This is our last round on triceps. Whew. Down quick hold. Hold. So bringing it down to the top of your back. We're going to go down for 2. So it's down and halfway up. Top of the head, down and all the way up. Keep going. Whew. Now come on up. Option if you want. You can maybe put a plate in your lap. Fingertips forward, singles go, down. Shoulders back, elbows back. For 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to get to 2 in the bottom half. Down and halfway up. Oh boy, keep going if you can. 1 more. Stay down, pulse, you've got it. 16. Man, are we all making the tricep face? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and done. Oh man, take those arms overhead. Stretch out triceps. Okay. The other side. Stand tall. So we're moving from the back of the arms to the front. We've got biceps. We will have 2 rounds with a bar if you've got one. 2 rounds with hand weights if you've got them. If you need to do it all bar or all hand weights, we've got a combination. So if you're using a bar, it's going to be 1 single, 1 halfway up. And that'll be the combo there. If you've got hand weights, it's going to be single, single, and then 2 together. So if you're doing it, if you've got the equipment to go 2 sets with the bar, 2 sets with your hand weights, great. If you don't, stick with what you have. Use the combo that works. So, okay. So again, this would be a lighter weight. Maybe what you used for triceps. Let's see, and we're done with dips, so we are done with this. Okay, underhand grip. Let's do this. Bend your knees. Roll the shoulders up and back. Take it slow. And down. A little faster. 3 and 1. 3, 2, 1, 3. So, want your elbows to the side. Keep them in line with your shirt. Combination coming. Singles. Singles. Halfway. To the top. And the right angle. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2. Back to 3 and 1. 3, 2, 1. So when we start getting tired, our head and chest starts to drop a little. Imagine you are attached to the wall. Quick down, slow up. Touch your thigh and back up. Front of the shoulder. Combo time coming. Single. Half. And this time we're going to have a little active recovery. So when we get through with these combos, we've got a slow dead row. Nice little bicep row coming up. Here we go. Take it down to your knees. Down. Pull into your ribs. Back down and up. Roll it out. Again, down 2. Up into those ribs. Back down. A little faster. Singles. 4. Yeah, this feels restful. Are you guys ready for another round? Let's do it. 1 single. 1 halfway. Woo! So again, listen to your body. Kind of get that body awareness. What is your form doing? Can you feel yourself rocking? Or can you stay strong and stand? Maybe you need to adjust the weight. Keep it going, keep it going. My favorite line is coming up. We are invincible. Again. Okay, so those are our 2 rounds with the bar. If you got them, grab the end weights, or keep going. 3 and 1. 3, 2. A quick down slow. New combo coming. Single, single, alternate. Now 2 together. When you've got the bar, you're still going single, and then halfway up. So you get a little synchronization with this. Pulling that thumb out. Roll it down. Bring it in. And up. To the knees. We've got that bicep row. Squeezing back. Now you're single. So, let those biceps and the forearms look to the ceiling. Down, pull. 1 more. Oh my gosh. Time, single. Together. Are we all sweating together? If it helps, it's our last round. Keep it going, keep it going. We're invincible. working out again. Hold. Shake it out. Okay. For our live streaming class, we are using some music that Les Mills gave us that we can use. It is not, it's royalty free. But if you've done 110, you might recognize our Buscando. So for this one, you can do our standing lunges with a bar if you want to. You've also got an option to do it with a hand weight. We've also got backward stepping lunges. So at some point, we'll be taking that step back, coming in for a squat, and then coming back. So you need room to step back behind you. So I'm going to make some real quick. So if you need hand weights or blades, grab them. This one also works just fine with body weight. So if you haven't done lunges in a while, do what makes it work for you. So we're starting out in a lunge position. So let's get this one going. I'm going to go ahead and tackle it with the bar. Light though. Okay. So we're going to take that long step back. Sorry, I'm trying to get her to use it. Take it down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, now 3 and 1. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. Chest is lifted. Long stride. Pushing down through that front heel. A single. Down and up. Back heel comes down, about hold to the back heel if you can. If you have knee issues, don't go down this far. Now we're going to slow this down, 2 and 2. Take it down. Stand up. So try to get that front knee behind the toe. Moving our body north and south. Down, quick and hold. So lock it. Push up your back heel. Downward fold. Again. You can also be doing this with a weight or plate in that foot. Singles. You do it in the hand with the leg just back behind you. Almost on the side. Just a little bit more to go. Stay down. 3 little pulses. 3, 2. Hands up. 3, 2. So chest is lifted. Extra square with your shoulders. Now let's get the other side. Long stride. Feet are hip width apart. Down slow. 4, 3, 2. Come up. Back to 3 and 1. 3, 2. Woo. Moving nice. 3, 2. Get ready for some singles. For 8. Once again, just trying to keep that front knee behind the toe. If you see it moving forward, maybe take that back leg out a little farther. Slow it down to 2. Woo! Head and chest lifted, elbows hanging. One more. If you don't have a bar, just maybe hands at your waist. Singles. On the back end of this one, guys. Downhill run. For 4, 3, 2, but first. 3 little pulses, bottom out. 3, 2. Keep it going, keep it going. 3, 2. One more. Ow! Now, get that bar out of your way. I don't know, still have more singles. Pulse. It's possible I miscounted. Okay. Now we're going into that backward stepping lunge with a squat. Feet are hip width apart. Play your weight if you want it. I'm opting to not. Backward stepping lunge. Here we go. Down. Squat. Lunge. Squat. So you're a little bit wider than hip width apart. Stay with the single. Head and chest lifted. Hips come back and level to the knees. Driving off that standing leg. Now see if we can pulse it back for 2. 1 squat. Pulse back 2. Keep moving. Shake it out whenever you need to. Keep it going. Woo! So you still want to get that front thigh parallel to the ground. Back knee coming down. Now, harder if you want it. Pulse it back 2 little pulsing squats. Down. And if it helps, this is all you have to the end. Shake it out when you need to. You can go back to those singles if you want. You'll work out. If you've got a plate, maybe hold it at your chest. Keep that chest lifted. Mayo. Keep going, sorry. Wishful thinking on my part, right? It sounded so close to the end. Now over. Shake those legs. How we doing? Stand tall. Let's stretch those quads. Go ahead and pull the heel to the glute. Knees together. Moving on to shoulders. So for shoulders, you need, if you've got one, a bar. We've got some upright rows and overhead presses. And then we also have something for plates. Side raises, side raise with rotation. And then we have push-ups. So if you want maybe to do some on your knees, have something soft. Also we'll be on our knees when we do our side raises. So again, maybe a little padding that's handy would not be too bad. So bar first, if you've got one. If not, use a couple of hand weights or plates. And then when we go overhead, think strong goalpost arms. Here we go. Almost done, guys. Shoulders, abs, and our cool down. Okay. Shoulders up and back. Set position, champion grip, thumbs distance, upright row. 2-2, take it up. Singles. Four more of these. For 4, 3, 2, back to 2 and 2. Take it up. Stay with it. Now we're going to come up slow and back down. So it's a slow clean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clean it, press down. Keep it going. Wide. And then down slow. Again, slow. Take it 6. Get it clean. Bring it back down. Now clean it up. Step back. Singles overhead. So tuck your chin in. Elbows slightly forward. And then really engage that core. Press those elbows to the front. Now step wide, power press. 8. So you're driving through the feet, using those legs, full body engagement. Upper body, lower body working. Now step in, slow clean. 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. One more. Slow. 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. Clean it, step back, singles. 8. So you're using your core, using those legs to stop the momentum, to use them as brakes. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and you are done with that bar. Come on down. Hand weights now. Woo. Side raise 2-2. Adding on that rotation. So it's up, rotate, knuckles to the ceiling. So we're trying to get those shoulders and elbows level. And down. 2 more of these. Breathe. One more time. Open. Come on down. Now lean forward, deltoid raise, singles. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to keep it up there, 3 pulses. 3, 2, 1. So we're trying to get those elbows up. Keep them in that high point of the move. 3, 2. Elbows wide. Working into those shoulders. Now ditch the weights. Push up. Knees or toes. For 5, 4, 3, 2, down and hold. Now come back up to your knees. 1 more round. Okay, other knee up, 2-2. So side raises. Whew. Adding on, rotation. Rotate it, knuckles to the ceiling, and down. Keep this going. So on our last round for shoulders, keep it going, wide. Try to keep an eye on those elbows. 1 more. Up, open, down, together. Now lean forward, singles. Take it up, rear deltoid raise. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Pulses are coming. Keep it in the top half. 3, 2, 1. Wide. And those elbows are reaching for the ceiling. 3, 2. Keeping them up in that working zone. Now ditch it. Last push-ups. 9, 8. Keeping that body straight, chest coming down, low to the elbows. Knees or toes, your choice. Down and hold. Come on up. You have done it. All you have left, guys, core and a cool down. So roll those shoulders. We've got a couple of moves for core. One of them is a C crunch. You can use a weight or plate, or keep your fingertips to your temple. So, yeah, I can't find what I'm looking for. That's okay. We're on our backs. So every time you're working core, think about pulling your belly button to your backbone against your ground. Whew, here we go. So weight or plate if you want one. But you're going to bring that belly button in, lower back down to the mat. Feet close to your glutes. Coming up, 2 and 2. And down. Take it up. Again, singles this time up. Bring it in, tap it down. 2 and 2. Take it up. Up and down. Down. Bring it in, and down. This time we've got lots of singles. So think about bringing those shoulders up off the floor. Lower back stays down. 8. Keeping the chin tucked in. Take the strain off your neck. 1 more to go. 4, 3, 2, Stay in, pulse it. Pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now straighten the legs. Take it up. Pulse. Reaching your shoulders up away from the floor. Using that core. Hips and ribs together. Now, hip bridge. Down, up, and down. So if you want to add some resistance, put that weighted plate in your lap. Keep it going. So you press down through the heel, lift the hips up. Building core strength, so you're stronger the next time. Keep it going, keep it going. Now this time we're going to go up, stay for 3 pulses. 3, 2, 1, and down. 3, 2, pulse, and down. Pressing down through that heel, pushing those hips up. Try to keep those hips square to the ceiling. Driving up, squeezing through your glutes. Posture your chain, getting to work out here. One more. Now, come on down to your elbows. New move. Knees or toes. Tap it out. Out. In. Same move, faster if you want it. So you're keeping that core strong. You can do knees. Or stay up. You can also stay with the slow ones. Pressing those forearms into the mat. Now if you want to make it harder, option to lift that heel. This is all we got to the end. So think about core strong, pulling in, keep it going. So if you need to adjust, you can always go back to your tap, slow, or double time it, or lift the heel. Woo! And you are done with that. Okay, come back into child's pose. Set the hips back, walk the feet out. Walk those fingers out, get some air. And then walk back up. 1 knee forward, 1 knee back, 90-90. Lift up through your body. Come forward down to your elbows. See if you can find that stretch in the glutes. Breathe as you exhale, and you come down a little deeper. Now both hands up. Lean forward. Always good mountain. Saturday morning peaks. So you're stretching through that hip flexor. Squeezing your glutes. Now hands come down. Shift your weight back. Get that hamstring stretch. So bring your knees together. Hands together out in front of you. Round your back. Release through that upper back. And see if you can lift up and stretch out. Release it. Let's get that hurl stretch on the other side. Other knee forward. Knees are 90-90. Lift up tall through your body. Come on down. Beautiful, beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful way to spend our Saturday. Push up from the floor. Bring that knee forward. Get that nice long hip stretch. Just breathe in that air. Let that leg stretch. Now shift your weight. Hands come down. Heel down. Hold that stretch through your hamstring. Now let's get the quads. Come on up. Go ahead and bring a heel into your glutes. Knees together if you can. Lift up tall. Squeeze your glutes. Press the hip forward. Other side, Papa's optional. See if I can still do it. It's huge. Now take this foot back. Reach up. Think about creating length through your spine, through your ribs. Lift up and over. And then take that elbow, point to the ceiling. Step back with the other leg. Reach up tall. Get that stretch down your side. Open your body, elbow to the ceiling. Step wide. Bring your hands forward. Open them up. Open that chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Breathe. Now take your hands behind your back. Push down with those ribs. Knuckles coming down. Nice deep breath. You're done. Let's get a nice deep breath. Here we go. Come down. Reach up. Shake off the last couple of months. One more time. Shake off whatever you need to, and you guys are done. Thank you for joining me this morning. So if you want to do this again, if you want to do the full class, that's great. It's about a 55-minute workout. If you want to do the express version, do the first 4 tracks, and then jump in for about the last 10 minutes. So thank you. If you have any questions, any comments, please let me know. Thank you for joining me this Saturday.